Well, I never. A crack has developed in this new plant pot I just bought from B and Q. I only bought it 48 hours ago. Let me check the warranty. Oh, wouldn't you know, it's 48 hours. Just my luck. This whole thing has been so gosh fucking woeful. I'm considering not cooking dinner tonight.
Don't fret, Prue. I think I have a spare plant pot lying around that fits the exact same specifications as the one you have purchased. Same shape, same depth, same volume, same RAM, and it also has a huge 96-hour warranty. And I only bought it this morning. I am not too bothered about you reimbursing me for this, as it was an act made out of care rather than the opportunity for monetary gain. I hope this email finds you. From Prue.
I cannot stress enough how delighted I am by the sentiment of this.
Can I have a slug of Coke?
Let me finish.
Is that a yes?
It's not my cock.
Oh.
As I was saying, I forgot now. What were we talking about?
Right, Prue. This conversation has led me to be unsure about whether you are cooking dinner, because you said that the anger of not having a crisp mint condition plant pot led you to the decision to avoid that task. I am wondering if my replacement plant pot has also replaced the hole in your self-esteem that was there and preventing you from making a meal. I am just curious. If you are not making dinner, I will make a wicked chicken Kiev that I wouldn't terribly mind making. But I'm only making one because fuck you, that's why. No, I'm kidding. There should be enough ingredients for two, or at least 1 3/4. Yours sincerely, Prue.
I'm not going to answer that without a lawyer present. In other news, I hear Spike Milligan fell out of a tree. A poet tree.
Really? Tell me the location of the hospital, and I will send him some petunias and some table salt. I was really starting to like that guy, fungi and all. Well, don't just sit there!
I'm afraid not, Harry Smurf. What I failed to mention when I told you the news of the falling of Spike Milligan from the tree was that it was such a devastating blow to his central nervous system that he sadly developed an allergy to petunias. If he was to be in the presence of merely a petal, it would surely spell the end for his brilliant poetic mind, and future generations of children would be forever deprived of the work he will go on to create. Not only will he use his influence, fame, and money to support water aid in their quest to quench the thirst of those in need, but he will also write the second Quran with a better plotline and more quirky rhymes.
Crikey, this topic has not fallen upon deaf ears. However, it is too dismal a topic for this lovely bacon breakfast. We should be better off if we move on to a lighter topic, such as my nephew Leighton, who recently got his crab throwing badge at the Junior Scouts of Yorkshire. He had been trying to get that one for months, but couldn't quite master the fine handy work required to hurl a crustacean a distance greater than 50 metres. As a treat, my auntie and uncle took him out for a scrumptious ice cream dinner at Harrods, and even though he didn't enjoy it, we are still very, very proud of him. Thank you in advance, Mark.
My milkshake brings all the boys to tears. I don't know what's wrong with it. I put so much gumption and elbow grease into perfecting the recipe that I am simply lost for words as to why people are constantly turning up their nose in detest for its flavour. I haven't tried it myself because after the tonsil operation I have been unable to give a shit about milkshake related crimes. On the other hand, I can't wait to watch Frederick finally pass away in the hospice. We've been waiting for so long with Donkey Brain and Gartha Mule that I was almost convinced that he was an immortal sprite puppeting the body of a withered old man through the means of black magic. However, the nurses tell me that the end is finally drawing near. I could jump for joy at this. However, I'm not holding my breath just yet, as if you remember the last time we had news like this, it was over 5 years ago, and I can still hear him breathing. I can always hear it in my ears and on my neck. When will he die?
In strikingly similar fashion, Selma, my colleague at the pudding factory, has had a new pair of braces installed onto her molars. Now, why a woman of almost 40 would get braces is beyond me. It's totally ridiculous, and she looks like a child. To make matters worse, her other mouthy inhabitants, such as her tongue, have clearly not gotten used to this new member, as in the refectory on Friday, she absolutely demolished the peace and quiet of my lunch break with her constant, shrill, and quite frankly annoying clicks and clacks of saliva and spew. I did not have the balls to say anything to her face, as she is married to Jeffrey, who is my supervisor, and I did not want to jeopardise my stable and well-paid job that puts bread on our table. On Monday, I might find a more quiet approach to get her to shut up, such as spike her drink with rat poison.
G-Murph makes you think. Perhaps there is something in the psychology of a woman that compels them to desire to grow a phallus and use this as just one of their many tools. You can never know what another person is thinking until you get a permit from British Gas to inspect their cranial pipeline and uncover the filth that would otherwise go unbeknownst to humble folk such as you or I. Already I have become less aware of the hypnotic power of the bosom of women and am more susceptible to blindly following its jiggling movements like a snake being charmed by the waggling fingers of a charming Pakistani. In Hereford Castle, just beyond Hereford upon Tyne, I saw a pink centipede and wrote down that encounter in my pocket journal. Upon revisiting the memory, I found it peculiar that I forgot to mention that I was also horrifically abused by a member of staff there as well. Isn't it funny how the mind wanders?
They say that you can't teach an old dog new tricks, and that those who can't do, teach. But these 4 local boys from the clock tower have proven these theses to be wrong. They spent 6 long months in the mischievous retirement home trying to get some poor sod's grandad to learn how to piss properly. Sylvian Wallace, aged 79, had been having irritable bladder problems for years. His willy would drop urine at random increments in the day and trickle down his leg, awkwardly forcing him to be excused from bingo night. But these 4 young boys invented a radon beam to be attached to his kidney that will block up the passages and prevent unfriendly fluids and other such piss demons from entering the bloodstream or escaping the urethra. When interviewed, Wallace said, "Crikey, I thought I could piss before, but I didn't know nothing about pissing till I got this here radon beam." We reached out to the children for a comment, but they were executed via firing squad last Thursday for the sexual assault of a senior citizen. And I thought your plant pot was a problem, Proop. At least your bladder is still in top tier condition.
I didn't say that.